What's Switchball following the reaction? And in today's video, we have the most cursed player in NFL history, the tragic career of Matt Ryan by Tub Frog. If y'all know I'm a fucking Saints fan, Dirty Birds K, Carolina Panthers K, Tampa Bay K. I should have been doing reactions during the NFL season. I would have been giving them niggas hell. I would have been on the ass. Tampa Bay was looking like Super Bowl favorites, then they flew off a cliff. And I be forgetting Matt Ryan won the MVP in 2016, but ain't he robbed that shit though? Wasn't somebody else supposed to win it? And they said like there was a robbery or something.
Strap in for this one, all right?
Dirty Birds, we'll never let down. We'll never let y'all forget that 23-3. That's how much they was up. 23-3 or something like that. We'll never let y'all forget that.
Right, and if you're not in the mood for
I know we ain't won the Super Bowl since 2009, but at least we got one.
a little bit more of a depressing and painful story, then, that's a warning. Just want to let you know, because today someone's getting punched in the mouth. And that someone is named Matt fucking Ryan. And of all the 2010s quarterbacks, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, there were so many amazing ones, and they all had amazing success. Super Bowl wins galore, MVPs, but just behind all of them was Matt Ryan. A man so statistically elite, so relentlessly consistent that he's been glossed over as an amazing quarterback of his era and instead is looked at as nothing more than a figment of the concept of pain itself and has become a punishment voodoo doll for the football gods to embark pain itself. And yeah, in this video,
But what do Matt Ryan look like young? Like that nigga look like white. But that nigga like he 30. Nigga like he fucking 50 years old, and that nigga was probably like 30.
I thought it'd be fun to
like he in his 40s.
Maybe fun's the wrong word, but let's look back at Matt Ryan's entire career and just go over individually, one singular pain event at a time, and figure out how he's become just the biggest punching bag of pain in the NFL. So we're going to start from the very beginning. It's 2008, and the Atlanta Falcons are a franchise with one tradition at this point.
Oh, they've
never won anything. They weren't quite Jets or Browns level of apocalyptically sad, but they were the Atlanta Falcons, and they had come close to a Super Bowl before, but hadn't won, and in their 40 years of existence at this point, all they've been known for was Michael Vick's whole dog thing happening, and just consistently being a mediocre team. But eventually in 2008, everything changed. With Matt Ryan being drafted to the Atlanta Falcons, he came in and fixed everything. It took him some time, but he led the Falcons to an 11-5 record. He won the Offensive Rookie of the Year award and dropped 3,400 yards with 16 touchdowns and 11 picks while completing 61% of his passes. So that's, pretty good. And from here on out, Falcons fans had the most dangerous mentality now. They had hope. In 2009, Ryan led the team to a 9-7 record and also now gave the Falcons back-to-back winning seasons. Their first in their franchise's history. They'd never had back-to-back winning seasons, so incredible.
So this nigga just looked at his whole life game?
Like stuff. He'd already been hailed as
I'm trying to get a good picture of this nigga, because this is rookie year, right? His first couple years in the league.
In Atlanta. But then, 2010 came. And the Falcons went from just being like a pretty solid team to a real legitimate threat. And Matt Ryan was one of the reasons for that. They had so many weapons now. Tony G was here. Roddy White.
Devontae Freeman gang. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Respect Dirty Birds. Y'all done had some players, bro. Y'all done had some dogs, bro. And I respect Matt Ryan. I respect the nigga. I don't lie.
Michael Turner, John Abraham on defense, and the Falcons just continued to dominate this season. All throughout the regular season, Matt Ryan was amazing, as he threw for 3,705 yards and 28 touchdowns, while Atlanta had a 13-3 record and the #1 seed for the first time in history. And Falcons fans believed in their team. They believed they could win the Super Bowl. They had what it took. They had a ferocious defense at times. Matt Ryan and the offense was clicking, so just go out there and show up. That's all you gotta do.
Y'all lucky, bro. Our defense was terrible the early 2010s, bro. Like, our defense was fucking ass. Ruined Drew Brees.
Didn't happen. The playoffs began, and they unfortunately got a death sentence. Now, this is low on the Matt Ryan pain scale because the team they faced
Okay. Younger picture of him. He still kind of look old in this picture though, but
off against was the Green Bay Packers, and they were just on another level. Or at least they were, because Matt Ryan threw an interception like right away, and then another one for a touchdown. And from there, they just fell victim to Aaron Rodgers. He was on an absolute heater in the playoffs in 2010, and yeah, not much you can do when you go against Aaron Rodgers in his prime and he's upset. And the Falcons lost the game.
So crazy, this nigga only won one Super Bowl.
21-48, and Matt Ryan fell to 0-2 in the playoffs in his career. And Falcons fans...
Y'all think E-Rod gonna come back or that nigga gonna retire you? Cause he ain't said nothing yet.
Had suffered their first real heartbreak with him at quarterback, but surely that's the last.
Oh, 28.
But okay, 2011, they added more pieces. They got Julio Jones in the draft, which is, not a bad addition. Hall of Fame receiver always helps. And again, they went into the playoffs with another great team. Was it as good as 2010? Well, I don't know. But again, we're judging everything on the old Matt Ryan pain scale. So, hopefully they'll be able to win something. And they did. And by they did, I mean they didn't. They ended up rallying to end the season to make the playoffs, coming off a 45-point win in Week 17 versus the Bucks. But for the second year in a row, they lost to the team that would go on to win the Super Bowl. As they got 2 points in the wild card, so that's something. Yeah, to be honest with you, not much you can do. Again, you ran into Eli Manning. Eli Manning was an absolute...
Niggas was choking. Nigga Matt Ryan ass was choking in them playoffs.
sorcerer this season, so it is what it is. But a 2-24 loss in the wild card, again, is pretty disappointing. So that's still 0 playoff wins for Matt Ryan. Fucking rough, but...
Yeah, that boy...
Again, what's crazy about Matt Ryan's career is this is the lowest point of the pain iceberg. Okay, let's run it back. 2000...
Yeah, hold on. I'm at the end of this bitch, y'all. This computer dying fast. This bitch was on like 20%, y'all. This is on like 30%. Ryan was a damn playoff choker. A real playoff choker, looking like Josh Allen.
And again, you could argue that the Falcons' offense was the best in the league, and Matt Ryan played the best he probably ever has from an efficiency standpoint. The volume wasn't there, as we'll get to in a few seasons.
Okay, I'll make sure everything working. Alright. Yeah, this nigga Matt Ryan was a playoff choker. Sort of dirty bird.
With Roddy White, Julio Jones, Tony Gonzalez, and more, Matt Ryan threw for...
Nigga had a big 3.
4,790.
Hey, it looking like Jackson Dirt got a fucking big 3. Malik Neighbors, Cam Scatterbull. Nigga, the Giants, you better make some noise with them Giants next year, my nigga.
15 yards, 32 touchdowns, only 14 picks.
Nigga, this how the Giants should look next year.
A completion percentage of 68.6. That was the highest in the NFL, and the Falcons again had a 13-3 record and another #1 seed. So here they were, divisional round again, and they were playing the up-and-coming Seattle Seahawks. But at this point, people had kind of labeled Matt Ryan as a choker, because, I mean...
Yep.
Well, I guess they weren't wrong, but so far he hadn't proven that he can show up in the playoffs. But in this one, damn it, he did. Matt Ryan and the Falcons took a 27-7 lead on the Seahawks. Oh my god, they're blowing it. And let's ignore the fact that the Seahawks dropped 21 points in the fourth quarter and almost fucking came back, but, they learned their lesson. They'll never blow a fourth quarter lead again. So, okay, they survived.
But they won.
Moving on to the NFC Championship game.
Because I don't really remember the 2010s in NFL like that. I had to get, I'm saying, this is a W video, I ain't gonna lie. W video, by the way, because I don't really remember early 2010s football, because I'm 19, nigga, I was young as hell.
Fucking Aaron Rodgers again.
Kid,
so here they were in the NFC Championship game. Not as the favorites still, but sadly, again, they were going against another all-time great team. But they played a perfect beginning to this game. With 14:54 in the second quarter, they held a 17-0 lead, and Matt Ryan was playing out of his mind. But They fucking collapsed! I mean, this was just play-by-play, a textbook disaster. After they went up 17-0, the Falcons' defense just fucking collapsed. Was this Matt Ryan's fault? Not entirely. All he did was go 3 and out once.
You could do everything on the offense, but their defense, bro. Oh my gosh. You scoring 30, but the defense giving up 40. Oh my gosh.
And the Niners scored 2 points. Now, yes, they did end up getting a touchdown before the half to make it 24-14, but the Niners offense was just unstoppable. And a Matt Ryan third quarter interception.
But 49ers that had so many good teams, bro, they another one. 49ers fans, y'all in the same boat as the Falcons too, even though at least y'all won some Super Bowls with Jerry Rice and shit and Vince Young, Steve Young, whatever his name is.
Was also not exactly helping them, and then once he got the ball back with a chance to change his past mistake, he fumbled, and he just could not get anything going. After scoring 24 points in the first half with a Super Bowl appearance on the line, Matt Ryan and the Falcons offense scored a grand total of 0 points in the second half and watched as the 49ers moved on to the Super Bowl and faced off against a very beatable Ravens team and almost won the Super Bowl. So there's some psychological damage there, but yeah, that's big punch number 1 to Matt Ryan's fucking cranium. And
well, imagine, man, Baltimore would have still won that Super Bowl if it was Baltimore versus the Falcons.
Boy golly, is there more coming up. Or at least maybe not for a bit, because from 2013 to 2015, injuries and a horrendous defense kind of slowed down Matt Ryan's prime, which is a shame because this was still an amazing offense at times. Matt Ryan was not playing bad by any means, but with pieces aging around him, Tony Gonzalez and Roddy White leaving the team, this was not the same Falcons team. Now, there were collapses, of course, don't get me wrong. In 2013 versus the Detroit Lions in London, that was an all-time one. And also, in 2015, they started out 5-0, so they had potential there, but ended up going 3-8 for the rest of the way, and things were not good from the outside, but on the inside, Kyle Shanahan, the new offensive coordinator for the Falcons, and Matt Ryan were scheming up something big.
Bro.
And in 2016, it all came together. And Kyle Shanahan is just a coach that has never choked a single time in his career, so when you combine that with Matt...
I forgot Kyle Shanahan was them niggas coach. I forgot that shit.
Matt Ryan, I mean, of course it's going to go well. And yes, in the 2016 regular season, I still cannot give Matt Ryan enough flowers for this year, okay? He threw for, and please pay attention when I say this, he threw for 4,944 yards, 38 touchdowns, and only 7 interceptions. Well,
I take back what I said earlier in the video. That nigga deserved that MVP, I ain't gonna lie.
Having a league-leading 117.1 passer rating. That is the 8th highest of all time, and did all of this while completing near 70% of his passes. The Falcons, as a team, averaged about 34 points.
So what quarterback in the league now remind y'all Matt Ryan?
Per game. 33.8 to be exact, which is the highest in the NFL by a mile. Julio Jones was demolishing teams. Devontae Freeman was an up-and-coming running back who could not be stopped, and the offensive line was doing everything they could to keep this machine rolling. And the Falcons win 11-5 with an interesting schedule, but still, 11 wins did not portray how great this team was. Also, the defense wasn't amazing, but we'll get there. So they moved into the playoffs, but people were still not exactly fond of the Falcons this year. They ended up having to prove themselves versus the Seattle Seahawks, another team with Super Bowl DNA, but they did. Matt Ryan, the MVP, who many thought of as like a weaker MVP, not like stats-wise, but narrative-wise, he ended up showing up.
Oh, weak. 4,000 yards and 38 touchdowns. That ain't weak, bro. That's good, bro. I know the nigga ain't score 40, you know what I'm saying? But that's still good, bro.
And the Falcons.
Nigga, ain't that better numbers than Josh Allen MVP from 2024 that he robbed from Lamar?
Falcons beat the Seahawks and moved on to the NFC Championship game. So okay, this is a lot of success. They just hung 36 on the Legion of Boom, who, yes, were injured, but still, this offense was not slowing down at all. I mean, in the last 6 games at this point, their lowest scoring game was 33 points. That's just absolutely ridiculous. And in the NFC Championship game, they continued to add on to these records they were just shattering, as they dropped 44 points on the Green Bay Packers' head and stopped Aaron Rodgers from running the table, which...
Damn. Them niggas, that's crazy. Them niggas they really just ran into Tom Brady. That's all it was. They just ran into Tom Brady.
Meant in the 2 playoff games he had played thus far, with this choker narrative on him, Matt Ryan threw for 730 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 0 picks. And it happened. Matt Ryan did it. He was gonna lose this choker narrative. I mean, I'd delete this video if something positive happened, and he moved on to the Super Bowl. And it's time to talk about the game. What more can even be said about 28-3? I've made like 100 videos talking about it.
I'm sorry, bro. Games like that make you think the NFL scripted, cause it's like ain't no fucking way, dog. 28-3, bro. It's no way, bro. That should be having you thinking the league shit scripted, bro.
This moment, but every time I talk about it, it almost gets worse. Just the fact that they were up 28-3 with 2.
This nigga career had to be scripted. Tom Brady, bro. I'm sorry. A 7th round pick becoming a GOAT, bro. That shit don't make no sense. That shit sound like some Madden shit. Madden underdog story.
2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the third quarter on a Patriots team that was all but dead. I mean, they had a 99.9% chance to win this game, and they did everything they possibly could to fucking fumble it. And what's so crazy about this is when you go through it frame by frame.
And in this league, bro, if Tom Brady played in this league now with them Patriots, they would have 3-peated. He would have ran over this fucking league now. He would have ran over this shit. I ain't gonna lie.
So little of it really is Matt Ryan's fault, to be honest with you. There was a holding call that pushed the Falcons back out of field goal range. They took another sack. They fucked up a blocking play and Matt Ryan fumbled. And just Tom Brady being great was really the reason they lost this game. They were at the wrong place at the wrong time and they made too many mistakes against the greatest player of all time. And yeah.
Shit don't matter. Like, niggas be playing perfectly fine and niggas start making mistakes and then some shit like this. And like, bro, this should be seeming scripted, y'all. I know it ain't. I don't want to believe. I don't believe this shit's scripted, but then I don't fucking know. But this shit too crazy, bro. That shit was too crazy, bro.
They lost. They were winning 28-3 in the Super Bowl, and they fucking lost the game. The Patriots tied it in regulation, went down the field, won it in overtime, and Tom Brady solidified himself as the greatest of all time. And Matt Ryan he broke on this day. I really think he broke. I don't think you can ever recover from a loss like this mentally, as a man and as a team, and I'm not sure.
So when Patrick Mahomes won't have his moment like this, because I want Patrick Mahomes to take over Brady. And a lot of people, some people got Mahomes over Brady. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Brady cheated and shit. But 7 Super Bowls, bro, that you ain't beating that, bro.
The Atlanta Falcons as a franchise ever will, because to this very moment, they still have not recovered from that horrific day. But Matt Ryan, like I said, he played well, man. He really tried. He had 284 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, and a 144.1 passer rating. And
by the way, this gotta be the greatest football game ever, and this the greatest Super Bowl ever. I don't know if a Super Bowl ever gonna top this. This the greatest football game ever. I ain't gonna lie.
Still, despite all of that, he has become the face of the greatest choke ever, even though it literally wasn't him, man. It's not fair, but boy did he suffer the pain of it anyways. So would he be able to bounce back in 2017? Were the football gods done with him? No, absolutely the fuck not. He got his face slammed into the pavement, because with Shanahan now gone,
all them O-lines, bro. His ass getting killed. No O-line.
He threw for another 4,000 yards, so, you know, he did well, and the Falcons made the playoffs as a wildcard team. albeit one that wasn't as good as the team from the year prior, but they were still dangerous and not a team you want to play in the first round. And yeah, in round number 1, they ended up dealing with the young Los Angeles Rams at this point and handled them quickly, and then moved on to play against the Philadelphia Eagles. And this was a very unique Eagles team because they were technically the best team in the NFC, but because of the injury to Carson Wentz, no one really believed in them. Because, I mean, who is Nick Foles, right? I mean, he's not going to win shit. So, yeah, this seemed like a game the Falcons should win. They were favored, even though it was in Philly, in the 1 seed's house. But it looked like they were also going to win this game. With Matt Ryan having the ball, they had to move down the field and score to win the game. But from their own 24, they did just that, as they went all the way.
But I know we off that 28. I'm gonna still talk about 28-3 game. I don't wish that on nobody's favorite team, bro. If I was, but I really want to know how Falcons fans felt in that moment game. Like niggas probably want to jump off a bridge. Like I really don't wish that shit on nobody. Like I know I'm Saints fans, you know. We rival, so we troll them niggas about that shit. But that is fucking insane. Like, bro, oh my gosh.
Way down the field to the 2-yard line, and they couldn't do it. They ended up getting pressure quickly on Matt Ryan, and he threw it away intended for Julio Jones, and the Falcons lost the game. Again, to the eventual Super Bowl champion Eagles, and this costed them a shot at a rematch versus New England, which could have been another all-time great Super Bowl, but nope.
Nigga, Tom Brady would have picked that belt again. Imagine Lamar Jackson make the Super Bowl, y'all, and that shit happen. Oh, I feel so bad, bro.
Instead, we got another punch to the gut.
A 28-3 to my man Moore.
And I mean, that was it. They had nothing left for this entire era with Matt Ryan. As from 2018 to 2020, Ryan continued to be amazing. In 2018, he had near 5,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, and 7 picks. But Atlanta went 7-9. He had another great year in 2019 and in 2020, but the Falcons' combined wins through all 3 of those seasons was just 18, and they didn't make the playoffs a singular time. And maybe that's the worst pain of it.
That boy that nigga ass aged 20 years fucking with these dirty birds. Oh my gosh, that one Super Bowl, 28-3, aged his ass 30 years, fucked him up.
So okay, you know, they're not a good team anymore, but at least Matt Ryan can escape this pain, this cycle of misery that he'd been enduring throughout his career. And then he joined the Indianapolis Colts. He thought it was over. He thought he could just ride out into the sunset, but God no. The football gods had one more beat.
Killing this ass, bro. These O-lines, bro. Bro, so many teams got bad O-lines. This is how I feel about Joe Burrow game. Please, the Bengals, can y'all protect Joe Burrow game? LSU fan, you know I'm from Louisiana, Saints fan, LSU fan. I won't see Joey B win one, bro. Like, oh my gosh.
In for him, and boy did that happen in the 2022 season. In Week 15, Matt Ryan and the Indianapolis Colts took on the Minnesota Vikings, and they held a 33-0 lead at halftime, the biggest in NFL history at the time. And, you know, just a little disclaimer, Matt Ryan as a player was just cooked at this point, so you can only hate on him so much, but you probably already know what happens next.
Minnesota.
You could argue, from a statistical perspective, this was fucking worse than 28-3. Not from a narrative perspective, and from a, you know, legacy-defining perspective. Of course, it's just a regular season game, not the Super Bowl, but the Colts lost. They blew the whole game. They could only manage 3 points in the rest of it, while the Vikings dropped 30.
Hank Hill looking ass nigga. 30. Damn. Blew that lead to, oh my gosh, Matt Ryan. Yeah, bro. And I seen a video that nigga Matt Ryan was playing basketball in the hood. You know, he good in Atlanta, and that's cool. You know, he could walk around in Atlanta. You know, nobody gonna do nothing. At least the fans respect him. You know, he ain't win them no bowl.
39 and won the game as they completed the largest comeback in regular season NFL history, and Matt Ryan became the only quarterback responsible for the biggest Super Bowl collapse ever and the biggest regular season collapse.
33-0. Oh my god. Matt Ryan, yo, this gotta be scripted, bro. I'm sorry. What? And the quarterback was Matt Ryan, bro. This shit gotta be some script, gang. I'm sorry, bro.
And that was it. That was basically the end of his career. He never played for Atlanta again and would retire at the end of the season. And just a really tragic, poetic ending to his career, huh? He was a great player. He played well, but no one really cared when he played well and only laughed when his team failed. And honestly, he really deserved better. He put up Hall of Fame numbers for a decade. He carried awful defenses, survived terrible...
Wait, so is he a Hall of Famer? This is Hall of Fame stats. I guess in the MVP
coaches as well, and injuries to star players, but no matter what, he kept producing. But sometimes the football gods just don't care. Fate does not negotiate, and Matt Ryan was just beaten down and targeted by the football gods for his entire career, for reasons that will never be fully explained. But you know what? It was some damn good entertainment, and at the end of the day, all you can really do sometimes is be a footnote in other players' histories, and that, to me, is why Matt Ryan is possibly the most cursed player in NFL history.
Damn, I know who Matt Ryan NFL comparison is now. Josh Allen. Josh Allen is Matt Ryan 2.0. Then he ain't even make it to the Super Bowl yet, but he looking like a Matt Ryan 2.0. I ain't gonna lie.
But anyways, if you like this video, then subscribe because I got a lot of...
That's crazy, bro. Hey, bro, you ain't on the Falcons no more, Matt Ryan, so I don't hate you no more. You know what I'm saying? Respect, you retired. You and Julio, y'all legends. I say y'all Hall of Famers. For sure, Julio a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? But Dirty Birds, K, Big Saints, you know what I'm saying? Carolina, K, Tampa Bay, K, and I'm out. Deuces.